So I said I would have like a casual build for the Junk Doppel deck because I haven't been posting as I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just haven't been posting as often as I would like. But I want to show you guys just a casual build. Like it's fairly decent, and then we'll test it on Omega to see how it fares. Okay, so it's gonna be something similar, but it's gonna be very toolboxy. So some of the ratios you're gonna be like, what? You know, okay. So first off, triple junk synchron, like synchron is just known, but like junk, it's junk synchron. It's amazing. And then of course you playing righty because you playing Hulk. So it's a one card Hulk, and it's basically a one card Crystal Wing, a one card Crystal Phoenix, which is huge against backward decks. You'll see what I mean. And of course you have your Doppel Warrior. This has been debatable and questioned as of lately because like it's like, do you really need Doppel at this day and age? Is it a bit too slow, But it's just what makes the deck, right? Then of course you have your triple converter. This is like a consistency card. It gets you to level 2 in the grave and it gets things going, right? Just get chain block your junk speeder so they won't ash it. And then we move into our one-ofs, right? You have your one quick draw synchron. The sole purpose for quick draw is just to make Hulk. That's the only reason. I tried to make it fit where you would do the Ultimaya play and get a crystal wing that way, but like it was, I don't know, I just couldn't fit it in the extra deck. And then you play one. It's very toolboxy card. Okay, you play one Caligo Claw Crow, one Quibble because it's just toolboxiness. One C tree because it's part of the combo to make a one card Crystal Wing, one card Phoenix, which is just righty. And then of course you have one Plex Spreader Zombie, one lefty for the righty, one Synchron Carrier, and then you have your one Cyber Synchron. So it's very low on the Synchron I guess count because like you don't really want to be drawing into all those tuners. I know like it hires the ceiling of what you can do, what it's capable of, but like I don't know, it just feels like it's a bit much, especially if you want to take it at a competitive level. It's like it is a casual build, but like you want to like at least abide by a certain standard. Don't want to just like straight up be like overly casual. Okay, so and then you have your triple tuning. The searcher of the deck is just amazing. Just search any synchron tuner and then you just mill a card, which is cool. Still sticking with Pot of Avarice. A lot of you don't really like this because it's like it can be bricky, but I don't know. I've always just liked the fact that you can recycle and outgrind your opponent by just recycling everything. And then you have to play this because against buildable decks, like your one junk summon is quite fragile, so you want to be able to just have an answer for that. So going first or second should not be an issue, right? And then if it's like if you go first, then you discard it off Croc or something, And then of course you have your one-ofs. You have Rhoda to search your converter, your Doppel, or your junk. One Starlight Junction. This is just another consistency card because if you open up righty, which is quite often, right? They'll most likely ash righty or something, or they'll wait for the Hulk. But like it just lets you have gold righty, summon the guy, tribute righty, summon the synchron carrier, and then summon your junk synchron, and then just start doing plays like that. But it's just a really good interactive card where when you synchro to your opponent's turn, you can just spin a card on the field, which is insane. Like righty and this, it's amazing. Like it's just cool because it gives you two interactions, right? You go the spin and either a Crystal Wing or a Crystal Phoenix, which is pretty cool. And you play one Mystic Mind because you're playing Terraforming, just to give this card a bit more versatility, because going first or second, you kind of just want to be able to be like, okay, I need more time. I'm not ready yet. My hand's not ready yet. And I guess in that regard, it's not as toxic, I guess. And then of course you play your one Foolish, your one for one, your Reborn, your Call by the Grave because you just want your stuff to resolve. And then you play, of course, like more toolboxy cards like Regeki, Feather Duster, and Reboot, just to have the deck as well rounded as possible. Because it is a casual deck. You want to be able to have like an option for every given scenario. Like like, oh, I have this in my deck, so I have this in my deck, and then it gives you like a better chance than just not having an answer at all. Like if you're going up against a backward deck and you just you don't have this, it's like, oh, it's gonna struggle. But like, let's say you have this and you happen to open up the optimal hand, it's just amazing. It's just instant outs, right? And then we go ahead and go to the extra deck. The extra deck is always the part of the deck list that it's like, okay, what's the extra deck look like, right? Because like it's the one that's like, it's so tight, like it's just so like it's really Okay, so yeah, you have your Crystron, Hug Fabrics, the Phoenix, because righty you can make it on its own. Croc, it's still just part of the sequence when you resolve your Junk Speeder and you have your Librarian on the board. You just get more cards. Crystal Wing, because you can make it. Omega, a Dragster, Stardust Charge Warrior, TG Hyper Librarian, and then MVP of the deck. Basically, it's amazing. Junk Speeder. Then of course you have your Excel Synchron, your Crystron, Quandex, and then this is a new edition that hasn't been seen play in a little while, but it's part of the combo where it allows you to make your one card this or this, because C3 will make this, and then Hulk will tag out for Excel Synchron or this, and you make either or. So it just makes like it gives you a bit of versatility where if you have the Starlight Junction, it just makes it even better because you can sequence out accordingly. And then of course you have Herald, and then you have your Martial Meta Marcher and your Celestial Double Star Shaman. I'm not playing Formula Synchron because it's not really needed at this point. You just want things that progress your combo, and you just want to have a bit of versatility. So we're gonna go, as you saw the deck list, we're gonna go and see how it fares on YG Omega. So let's go and check it out. I just don't get destroyed, and you get an idea of how the deck's meant to function. Okay, let's go. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so starting off, I was like, oh, this is a decent hand. I mean, I guess I have Mystic Mind. He goes first. And then I'm like, okay, so this is where it can kind of like a bit iffy, because like you drew your one Synchron target, like one of your main Synchron targets that you're meant to summon off Speeder. But you still have the Hulk play. So I don't know. Let's see where it goes. That I used Convert and he ended up gammoning me. I was like, okay, well, I mean, it still has a Junk play, but I kind of want to use Junk as a recursion play, to follow it up and do a Speeder. So I was like, I'll do the Hulk play first, because you kind of want to do the Hulk play first and get over and done with, so you want to interfere with your Speeder later on in the game. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So then I go and summon that, and he activates El Shadow Fusion. I'm like, okay, well, this is not good because I'm locked to my one special summon. So I was like, at least I can, since I have Mystic Mind, I can just lock him out, right? And hopefully, I can just stall the game out. Just, so I just buy myself more turns so I can establish some sort of foundation and just try to like gradually get like an establishment, right? So I activate Mystic Mind, I pass. So I'm like, okay, I should be fine. Like, he needs to like link this away or something. And he has Beast. He can't flip Beast, so he has to link it away or do something, right? Or make a fusion to bypass the Mystic Mind. But then he just tribute summon for Dark Magician. Like, I mean, surely, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know, okay. So then he just ends, and my Mystic Mind is fizzled, right? And I draw Reborn. I'm like, okay, well, I have Reborn, I have Junk, I have Converter Engrave, so I have a Junk Speeder play, but I don't have I can't summon that many Synchrons, because the only Synchron I have, which is like Quick Draw, which I don't have the extra to facilitate for its level, right? So I know he has El Shadow, so like, he can win me again or construct me. So I had to play this smart, right? So I was surprised when he just let me do it, like, he didn't shotgun the thing. So then I go Speeder effect, and he chains the El Shadow, and I'm like, okay, well, this is basically the game at turn 1. The exact same thing, turn 1, except this time he has Aerial. And this is the good thing, like, everyone overlooks his a secondary effect. It can boost itself. When it's Synchro Summon this turn, it can double its attack, which is huge. Look, I run over the window, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna add back Shadow Fusion. So I was like, no way, I'm not gonna let that resolve. I have to get rid of the extra deck monster, and Omega's a perfect fit. So Omega gets rid of it, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, he has a Dark Magician on board. Like, what one card that he can draw? Like, nothing? Okay, it's fine. But I have Put of Avarice, and I draw Junk Synchron, a freaking Junk Synchron, and I have Reborn. So I was like, well, I mean, I need to return my Junk Speeder, so I need some form of like, because I can't really do much. Like at this point, like it won't take me that far. So I go for the pot play, and just try to like get something going. And I draw Converter and the Plague Spreader. Okay, the Plague Spreader is there solely to like trigger Doppel. Like it's just so you can trigger it, and just be persistent with either the Doppel play or with the Hulk play. That's the only reason it's there for. Because you can it's a good discard outlet for Converter. So then I go ahead and I discard. Oh, Synchron carrier is so cool. It lets you chain block this guy. Look at this. And once I get this point, I was like, the only way I lose is to save it as Nibiru. But I kind of have to go for it. Like, what else I'm gonna do? So I ended up just going for it, dude. I was like, let's just bring a Hyper Synchro. Okay, the reason why it's called Hyper Synchro is because you have Hyper Librarian and you just synchro something. Hyper Synchro, and of course it's Hyper. Like you're excessively doing a bunch of sequences. And here we go. It is. Look at that game one. It's so window. Oh man. So here we go to game 2. Game 2, I'm like, okay. And he makes me start. And I'm like, very, very interesting. So I was like, because I know a righty is a 1-card Crystron Phoenix or a Crystron or a 1-card Crystal Wing or a 1-card Croc, right? Because you can make Croc and draw cards. So that's you're plussing off of that. So then I go ahead and resolve this, right? But I was like, I want to play around Nibiru, right? So I want to make a Herald first, right? Because like this guy's a level 3 and this guy's a level 1, that's 4, and then Kubel can summon itself because I can draw a tuner, and Quick Draw is gonna fulfill this purpose, which is make a Christian Hawk Farbrax, and it ends up working really, really well. But I mess up. I accidentally click no, and I don't summon the C3. I'm like, what? I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like this would have been such an epic replay. Like, what am I gonna do? But I can't give up now because like I was like, Herald is there. Anything sent from the grave, from the hand or deck to the grave is banished instead. So it shuts down majority of his cards. It stops Construct. I'm not sure if he was aware of this, so he just ended up doing it regardless. But I'm not sure what the deal was. So then the minute he sets a card, I'm like, I think he's just gonna pass. And then I think he was, or I'm not sure if he was or not. So then I trigger the Hulk, and I go for the Phoenix plate because like, what do Shadows like to do? They like to link with their fusions or get their fusions to the grave and recycle their fusion spells. So I was like, this is my moment. This is my chance. And I banished. I mean, I banished the Pellet. Dynamite is not so bad, but I banished the main card, which I'm assuming he would have recycled, right? Just get it back. And then I'm like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's insane. Like little things like that make all the difference. Just gradually, just I guess getting this scenario to unravel, and like it's obscure. Like, how do you play on this type of deck? You know, that's what I like about these decks. So I bring back my Herald. I was like, I need another negate to stop a back row or stop the Nibiru, because I was like, I have Plague Engrave and I have Doppel, so I can try to get something going off of that. Top deck the Dark Ruler because I didn't think I'd need it. So I was like, oh wait, if you guys recall, Righty's effect is it substitutes any Synchron, which is cool. And what does Speeder need? Speeder needs any Synchron. So I was like, it's perfect. It worked out. It's so perfect. And I have Herald there, so like it's I'm protected. Like Herald is just the little guy that's just good. Like, look at this. And then I just start Synchro summoning, and I'm like this. Once you get to this point, you're like, surely this is it's basically over. Like surely it is. Unless he has like a set super poly or something. So I'm just sequencing off. I'm like, okay, I should be okay. So then I attack, and then I once again I misclick. I was meant to not negate this effect and just protect it with Cyber Synchron, because you can protect it if any of your extra deck monsters would be destroyed. And the extra monsters and then gain the attack, and that would have been, I think that would have been game. I'm not sure if it would have been game. It'd be 3k. No, I don't think it would have been game. But look at this. That is crazy. That's pretty cool. Like it's for a casual build, it's not bad at all. But that's basically gonna be it. Hopefully enjoy the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.